Today, our trainer is Michael Huggins. This is a guy we get to hear from twice a week. We are so lucky. And playing the music a few minutes ago, we heard the one song that talked about being a rebel since 1996. And today's trainer is a bit of a rebel. He's a nonconformist, but aren't we all? That's why we're on Team Elevate. We are no longer willing to conform with what society has taught us, with 30-year mortgages, with going to school, getting an 8 to 5 job, 5 days a week for 40 years, 40 hours a week, to live on a fraction of what we need to live and enjoy life. And we are so grateful for the nonconformity of Michael Huggins. We're excited to hear what he has to tell us today. Michael, how are you, sir?
Good morning, Ron. Good morning, everyone else. Welcome to the call. And you're right, Ron. I'm a nonconformist. We're a nonconformist with standards, right? We're a unique bunch. So wonderful. I got some quick points to make today, and then we're going to open up for a Q&A. I want to make sure you guys are getting what you need out of this. So we're going to share my screen here. Now, I'm constantly asked by people, what's the difference? What's the difference? How are you doing it, and why aren't other people succeeding? What's the difference? What are you doing different? Where did it all start? What did you do at the beginning? I get questions like that all the time. And it makes me think, what am I doing differently? What is the difference if we have the same service that we're selling, and we have the same training that we go through, and we have the same time throughout the week, or the same system that we're using? If all these things are the same, then how come this guy makes $10,000 a year and this guy makes $500,000 a year? What's the difference? They both have all the same. What's the difference? This is an important question to ask. Something, if you haven't considered it, let's take a look at it. Here's my theory on what is the difference. Right here on your screen, here's the difference. I memorized this 7 years ago. This is the self-confidence formula by our good friend, Nappy Hill, Napoleon Hill. There we go. So I don't want to just go through this and recite it. I want to show you why it works, because if you you don't have to understand necessarily why things work for them to work. If you just do the right thing, you still get the result. So let's look at it. First paragraph. Okay. And again, why are we even caring about this? We're looking for the confidence because confidence is attractive. We want to attract people into our world. We want to attract opportunities, relationships, resources. You got to be confident. If you're not confident, it's not going to come by hopes and wishes. It's only going to come by practicing. And how do we practice confidence? Well, we practice it by speaking it into existence, basically. I guess is how you put it. So let's look at this. First things first. Do I get a pointer with my OneNote? Give me a pointer. Pens and highlighters. All right, it's all good. Okay, first, I know. Well, that's a major key. Now, I know I have the ability to achieve my definite chief aim in life. Therefore, I demand. Now, he capped it. I'm going to highlight it. I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. You must render action, not think about action, not talk about action. You must render action. Okay, now what I like about this is he says it's persistent, continuous action, just like our continuous follow-ups, right? It's not, I demand of myself some convenient and comfortable action towards its attainment. Doesn't say that. We've got to be persistent and continuous, and I dare say aggressive at times. You might need to take aggressive action towards its attainment, and you need to promise to render that action. Second, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind, the dominating thoughts, not the ones that we like the most, but the ones that show up the most, will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. So my dominating thoughts are going to transform themselves into reality. What? If you didn't know that, guys, that's some science for you. Again, you don't need to know how your thoughts are transforming into physical reality. You just need to realize it. I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, right, we don't just stop at the realization. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily. Now, what are we concentrating on? Upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Well, that's one amazing sentence. Looks like a paragraph, don't be fooled, it's a sentence. I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. So this comes back to when you're concentrating your thoughts, this is what you're going to get, whatever you're thinking about. So he insists that you don't think about money, you don't think about houses and cars, you don't think about girlfriends. Okay, what do we think about? If you think about the person you intend to become, if that's not the driving force when you're making your decisions, do I hop on this call? Do I make this offer? Do I watch this class? Do I attend this event? Those kind of questions are easily answered if you understand the person you intend to become. Okay, so I fully realized the dominating thoughts of my mind were going to get me what I wanted. Okay, so what did I want? March 23rd. What did I want? I wanted the Grand Championship trophy. That's what I wanted. So I made dominating thoughts. I didn't, when people introduced me as the number 2 income earner all last year, you know what I told people? I'm number 1. The dominating thought in my mind was number 1, not number 2. It will eventually reproduce itself in outward physical action. So now because I was thinking of number 1, my physical action starts to show up as number 1 and gradually transform into physical reality. Okay? You see where we start to create our lives is this second paragraph here. Okay, so Daniel, getting clear on what else you intend to manifest is important, but what he's saying here is this is how you're manifesting. This is another thing to manifest, which is self-confidence. You want to manifest the income, you want to manifest the relationships, and you want to manifest the confidence. So this would be one of the things in chapter 2 of Think and Grow Rich that he's talking about. Okay, so concentrating my thoughts for 30 minutes daily. There's a few key points in here. One of them is daily, not at your convenience or your comfort. This is a daily thing. Now, 30 minutes, sometimes you guys think that's a lot. I promise you, it flies. When you're sitting there and you're thinking about who you intend to become, you open your eyes, oh, there's 30 minutes. Concentrating my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Who is that person that you're trying to create? That person that you're making a clear mental picture of? Does this person have a big team or a small team? Does this person have one real estate property paying them every month, or 25 or 80? Right? Who do you intend to become? If you keep thinking, it'd be nice to, it'd be nice to, it'd be nice if, okay, that is the opposite of intention. So we remove that language. I intend to become financially free by age whatever. I intend to. This is me doing it, not just hoping it works out. This is the power language of creators. Okay. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Your thoughts become things. Therefore, I'm going to concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Okay, so when I was closing my eyes, I was imagining holding up the trophy. I imagine going to lunch with Bob Snyder as the #1 income earner. I imagine all sorts of stuff. Focusing on that, creating that clear mental picture. If it's not clear, if it's fuzzy, it will never get hit. But guess how it gets clear? We gain this clarity by putting 30 minutes daily into this stuff. Okay, now this doesn't mean you have to sit and do nothing for 30 minutes. Say you're driving to work, turn the radio off and only think about the person you intend to become. How would the person you intend to become walk through the doors at your job this morning, tomorrow, when you walk in your house, when you walk in the grocery store, right? When you're driving and you're paying your bills and you're running errands, how does the person you intend to become hop out of the car, say hi to the cash register, hold the door open for somebody? All this stuff falls into it. Don't be thinking, well, as soon as I make a bunch of money and I'm taken care of, then I'll hold the door open for people. It doesn't work like that. All right, third, I know through the principle of autosuggestion. So again, we're stating, we know this. I know through the principle of autosuggestion that any desire that I persistently hold in my mind. So I know through the principle of autosuggestion. Now, we talked about autosuggestion many, many, many times. And if you're brand new to the call, welcome. This is a thing that starts to create your reality. This is a thing that that all the top income earners in the world, not just Renatus, but all the millionaires, billionaires, future trillionaires. Do you know how people are going to become trillionaires? Through autosuggestion. They just keep suggesting to themselves that they're the world's first trillionaire, and someone's going to get it through the principle of autosuggestion. So I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire. Isn't that good news? That's good news, right? Any, not just some. Any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. So again, this is a devotion. You are devoting 10 minutes, again, daily. And then what are you doing? You are demanding of yourself. Again, we were talking about a demand up here, a demand of myself, persistent action, and I'm demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. Right? So some of you guys are like, I wish I was more confident. I wish I was more. I wish I was more. That doesn't work. What is he saying here? I demand of myself. Right? Are you demanding yourself? Are you commanding yourself to grow? Or are you just wishing and hoping and thinking it'd be nice if? Okay, now let's look at this again right here in the middle. It says, will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. What the heck does that mean? People in America today don't speak like this. So what does this mean? Eventually seek expression. So I see this. Eventually seek expression means manifest through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Okay, so whatever is backing my autosuggestion means I'm going to attain it through daily, practical, typical stuff. What's he saying in practical means that you don't need a miracle, right? You don't need to redo the system, right? These are practical means through attaining the object back of it. Regular stuff that's already available to us, which means it's right around the corner. It'll manifest through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Okay. I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. So guess what? If you say this out loud twice, there's your 10 minutes. Right? You go through this, you think about it, you put that clear mental picture of the person you intend to become, right? Driving what you want to drive, living where you want to live, wearing what you want to wear, eating what you want to eat, being invited to what you want to be invited to. Fourth, I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim. Your definite chief aim is not your yearly income goal. Okay, this is the definite chief aim in life. This is not, I want to lose 50 pounds this year. That is not your definite chief aim. Why do you want to lose those 50 pounds? What is that going to do for you? Somewhere in there, you start to pinpoint your definite chief aim. What is your definite chief aim? I've clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life. Now, if you don't have a definite chief aim, then you go to the chapter in Think and Grow Rich on definite chief aim, right? We like to call this our DCA. What's your DCA? You work on your DCA today? It's DCA day. Definite chief aim. Oh, nah, it doesn't fit into my DCA. I'll have to pass. That's easy, right? Someone invites you to something. Nah, sorry, I'm working on my DCA this week. And every week until I get it. Okay. So it says, I will never stop trying until I've developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. So I like to modify things to the positive. So I changed the I will never stop trying. I rewrote this for myself and I typed it out and I wrote it out. I wanted to memorize it. So I put, when I rewrote it, I will always take action until I have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Right? I will always take action. Always. Until I've developed the confidence that I want and that I need to get my definite chief aim. Okay, self-confidence is not the chief aim in and of itself. What are you going to accomplish with the confidence you're developing? Okay. Yes, Daniel, DCAs definitely change over time. You gotta plan on it. Plan on it changing. Okay, you're gonna get closer, then you're gonna realize you needed to modify something, get clear again, rewrite it. But if you don't have a DCA right now, you aren't being pulled in a direction. You're just idle. Idle, idle, idle. Right? You know what happens to idle door hinges? They rust. You know what happens to idle pools of water? They rot. We don't want idleness. You need this DCA. It will change. You'll learn new things about yourself. You'll learn new things in the market. You'll learn new things about what you're capable of. You'll develop new relationships. You'll have new awareness. You'll read new books, get new ideas, and it will clarify your DCA. So yeah, over time it'll change. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I've developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Right? That's a promise to yourself. Now, number 5. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it effects. Let's look at this sentence. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. If this is a realization for you, no wealth or power can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Okay, so think about all those people who go to court and they're fighting over inheritance money. Fighting, and they're not bringing truth or justice to their fight. So whatever they gain, cool, maybe they won a court case and they got some money. But guess what? That wealth or position will not endure because it wasn't built on truth and justice. So this is where sometimes people who make money make every other rich person look bad, because some people got money quick. They were loud and obnoxious about it. And, some people were like, oh, you're so rich, you're so cool. But unfortunately, those people got rich because they weren't following this truth and justice. So the wealth and power that they're enjoying will go away. So while the people who earn that money, not following these rules, are out in front of America, out in front of the world, out in front of history, they're ruining reputations of people who actually work their ass off to make money, who work their butt off to make money, who work really hard to make their money, their fortunes, their power, their position. So 1 or 2% of the people who have the money that the rich people have ruins that reputation. Does that make sense, guys? So when people come and go, they make a little bit of money, flash in the pan, and they're out. They are not the representation of wealthy people. They may have made some money, but they had a broke mentality. My theory, Charlotte, my theory on your question, for you guys on the phone, Charlotte's asking, Michael, those rich people that are the quote-unquote bad people, how is it that they stay rich? Well, again, there's no real good or bad, so let's try to remove that stuff. But what I'm saying is, if let's say you inherited this money and you had nothing to do with it, right? Now you have a resource, you got these responsibilities, and so if that person develops into the person that can handle that stuff, then they get to keep their money, right? There's some karma attached to that, which is fine. Yay for karma. But it's mostly because people change. Charlotte, people want to keep it, so they go through some changes and evolution. If for some reason they're not evolving, don't worry, karma will get them. Okay, so I fully realize that no position, no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. So again, I like to modify it. So I positized it. I turned it positive. I fully realize that wealth and position can long endure when built upon truth and justice. See? Same thing, just getting a little clearer. Fully realize that wealth and position can long endure when built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will only engage in transactions which benefit all whom it affects. So I just switched it a little positive, right? I fully realize that wealth and position can long endure when built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in transactions which benefit all whom it affects. Perfect. Are we engaging in transactions that we're here for, right? Real estate transactions. Now he's talking about all the transactions, relationship transactions, okay, energetic transactions, physical transactions, monetary transactions, all. I will engage in transactions, conversational transactions. So if you start talking crap behind someone's back, you're not engaging in a transaction that would benefit all whom it affects. You see what I mean? This is why rich people don't talk about people. I fully realize that wealth and power and position can long endure when built upon truth and justice. So this is why this is why I got excited um, about it taking forever. In my mind, it was taking so long. I bought a combo. A month later, I'm not rich. 6 months later, I'm not rich. A year later, I'm not rich. What is taking so long? When I came across this, I fully realized that wealth and position can long endure when built upon truth and justice. What it showed me was, one, this is a build thing. You don't just pick up a built thing, right? You got to build it. Also, that things that long endure take time to build. So it changed my brain from I got to hurry in the next few months get rich to realize, okay, over the next 18 months, 24 months, if I do things right and I engage in transactions where everyone benefits, then I can have the long-lasting power and wealth that I want. So this created, it gave me permission for patience, understanding this right here. Because I'm going to have long-enduring wealth and power, and I'm going to build it on truth and justice, I will only engage in transactions that benefit all whom it affects. You know, this is such a powerful statement right here that I actually used it in an offer. On Monday, Martin and I were looking at some properties, and we have a really unique property with a unique seller and a unique situation. So we wrote him a letter in addition to the offer. And in the letter, we put, hey, we only engage in transactions that benefit all whom it affects. We put that in our letter. We wrote it out. This is how we see you benefit. This is how we see us benefit. Okay, so if you're not including letters with your offers, consider that. This is so powerful. We wanted to know because we're talking a couple $1 million. We said, look, man, this is why we're doing it. If you don't see any benefits, you need to know our philosophy and our beliefs here, that we only do this because everyone benefits. So if you don't see a benefit here, let's talk about it. Same thing with enrolling combos, right? I only engage in transactions which benefit all whom it affects. That's why I sell combos, because everyone who it affects benefits, right? The combo holder and their immediate family and their circle of friends, and as you start to become a better person, all the people around you benefit. So that's why it's easy to sell combos, because it benefits all whom it affects, right? I feel bad for those salespeople who work in different companies who sell things where not everyone wins. That must be a hard job. I'd drop out. I don't want to do that. All right, let's continue. I will succeed. Ooh, what a major statement there. Not I want to succeed, I will try to succeed. None of that. I will succeed. How? How are you going to succeed? I will succeed by attracting, not chasing, not hoping. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. The forces I wish to use, like concentration, that's a force. Imagination, that's a force. I will attract the forces I wish to use, right? Gratitude is a force. It's a magnetic force. And the cooperation of other people. I will attract to myself the cooperation of other people, right? We want to run these offices. We want to build these communities nationwide. I will attract to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce, wow, now that's a statement. I will induce others to serve me. How? You know why? Because of my willingness to serve others. If you don't have a willingness to serve others, why would anyone else serve you? Now, isn't that interesting, the word serve? I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. Okay? So it doesn't come from, hey, as soon as I get served, I'll start serving people. It doesn't work like that. You induce the service others bring to you because of your willingness to serve others. Okay, now doesn't this, what's key? I highlighted this. I'm going to underline and highlight. I don't think I've done that yet in this whole thing. This is the first time I'm highlighting and underlining the willingness. The willingness to serve others. Sometimes less than coachable people get confused and they go, well, why am I not getting what I want? Why aren't people serving me? I'm serving others. I'm serving them. Why don't I get it? And they're focusing on the serve. Well, I didn't highlight and underline serve. I highlighted and underlined the willingness. See, if you are unwillingly serving others, that's not going to induce service from others. If you're unwillingly serving others, okay? Now, guess what? The people who you're trying to serve, they might have everything taken care of, so you might not actually get to serve them, but your willingness is enough. This is what he's saying in here. Your willingness to serve others. You will induce others to serve you because of your willingness. Okay? When we're talking about coachability, what is your willingness to accept new ideas? What is your willingness to try new things? What is your willingness to accept change? Again, you don't have to do all the new things, but what is your willingness to accept it? Because if you have that willingness, that's the thing. I'm willing to do it. Now, maybe circumstances are such that you don't have to do it. But your willingness is the major key here. When people see that you're willing to serve others, it'll induce service. You want more help in this world? Make sure you're expressing a willingness to serve others and not just this obligation to serve others that you feel. Okay? Is this you see the difference here? Okay. I made a little modification on my version of this next sentence. So he says, I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism. So one change I did is I changed the word will to I have. I have eliminated hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism. This was huge for me. Huge, because guess what? In our community, we're constantly talking about others making money and succeeding. And so if you have some envy or jealousy showing up, then you are working against yourself, right? I remember the first time I was working, I was working with an IMA. Him and I were putting in the same effort, same time, same money, same everything again. And then he had like a $25,000 month, and I had a $200 month, right? And I was like, hey, can I have some of your oatmeal? I'm starving. Those are the days. I'll tell you about it another time. But the point is, when he had that $25,000 month, my untrained brain immediately felt envy and jealousy. It felt all of that. And so I had luckily memorized this whole equation. And so when I felt the envy and jealousy, I went, oh, I've actually eliminated that. I've eliminated my hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism. How did I do it? I've eliminated that stuff by developing a love for all humanity. That's another big major key, all humanity. Not some humanity, not the humanity that's the Democrats or the Republicans, not the humanity that dresses this way or that way, all humanity. I have eliminated hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing a love for all humanity, right? So when I'm driving in traffic and ding-dongs cut me off, I'm not like, how the hell did you get here? I hope your car blows up. None of that crap. That's the opposite. I've eliminated this hatred by developing a love for humanity. So when I get cut off or when things that don't fit my standards, I don't bring this hatred. I don't bring this aggression. All humanity. That means people I disagree with. I still bring love. Love's not the goal. It's just something you bring. So maybe too many of you guys are sitting there every day in envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism. Okay, cynicism is like some people think it's a skill. The cynicism, being a cynic, right? Being able to point out the negative in every situation, that's not a skill. It's not attractive. Okay, nothing to be proud of. I've eliminated hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing a love for all of humanity because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. So, you probably are already on it, but let's make a positive little flipperoo here because I know that a positive, whoops, I'm going to switch to the black pen here, because I know that a positive attitude towards others will always, will always bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. Okay? Believe in them and in yourself. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. Right? Sometimes people, they're like, well, I want you to believe in me. As soon as people believed in me, then I could really go places. No, 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 no. You are at cause with this. You are the cause of something. You cause others to believe in you because you believe in them and yourself. So this is another easy way to sell combos. If you believe in others, you are causing them to believe in you. Whoa! You guys realize that? That cycle that gets created when you cause others to believe in them, or when you believe in others, you're inducing this belief in yourself and also that they believe in you. You gotta get it straight. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. Right? You recruit someone and they're like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know. Well, I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. So that person sitting across the room, hey, I believe you can do this. Plug into this program. I believe in Bob Snyder. I believe in the system. I believe in the community. I believe in the nation at large. And I believe in you. Now, if you want them to believe you, guess what? All you got to do is believe in them. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. You got to believe in yourself too. So, there's one last statement. Now, this is the end of the page, so it goes on to one more, so I grabbed another thing here. Okay, this is how we end it. I will sign my name to this formula and commit it to memory and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so I will become a self-reliant and successful person. Let's see if I can lasso this thing and drag it somewhere else. Can I? Holy crap. Wait. Am I just dragging a highlight? I am just I'm just dragging the highlight. Weird. Okay. I will sign my name to this formula and commit it to memory and repeat it aloud once a day in full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant, successful person. I will commit to memory and repeat it aloud, not just in your mind, once a day in full faith, not skepticism, that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so I will become a self-reliant and successful person. That's what you want. You don't want the money. You want to be a successful person that has money, that has health, that has wealth, that has ideas and relationships and sophistication. That's the success, not the money. So, are you going to commit this to memory? Are you going to repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that will gradually influence your thoughts and your actions? Because if you do, you will become a self-reliant, successful person. It takes time. How much energy you bring to this, how much intensity you bring to this, how clearly you see that picture of the person you intend to become, all of that influences how fast you get what you want out of life. Self-confidence formula is going to make you a very attractive person. Now, some of you have come through this. If you've read Think and Grow Rich, you have read this page. Okay, it's in I think it's like chapter 7 or something like that. Okay, so if you've read Think and Grow Rich, you read this, but did you read it, or did you just scan your eyeballs on some black ink on paper, right? Or if it was read to you, did you actually hear it, or did just vibrations wiggle your eardrums? And for some of you, that's all that's happening on this call. You gotta wake up. This is the formula. You're looking for a blueprint, right? Some of you, you got the money to buy the combo. You have tons of potential, but you walk around this world with no confidence. It's terrible. It's a tragedy to not have confidence, especially in America, especially in this day and age with the internet and electricity. Holy crap. We have so many things to be confident about that if you're not hitting your results, it's because this confidence thing, you're repelling. What is the opposite of attraction? Right? What is the opposite of attraction is repulsion. So you're either repulsive or attractive. One or the other. You can't be neutral in this world. You're either repulsive or attractive. That's a harsh word to some people. I'm not repulsive. Well, if you're not attractive, you default to repulsive. Okay? Repel. That's the word. Repel, attract. Repel, attract. What are you doing? What do you want to do? What are you committed to creating? Okay, Cody, will you upload this page for us? I'd like to print it. Cody, all you got to do is just type in the oh, you're right. It doesn't have my notes in it. Yeah, hold on a sec. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to take off that repulsive. We don't need that in our screenshot. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to move this to here. Napoleon Hill. There we go. There we go. Screenshot, screenshot. All I want is a shot. Okay, now how the heck am I gonna get this to you, Cody? Let's see. I think what I could do is, here's what I'll do. I'll just post it to our Facebook group. This is how I do Facebook. You see that? I didn't even let my timeline load. Oh, you distracted people wondering where your time goes? Don't let your timeline load. Go straight to your groups. Be productive. Right? Okay. Money, 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 money. Money. Write something. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Post. Done. Okay, say something about this photo. Happily. Take back your existence or die like a punk. Exclamation point. Post. There we go. Who's chuckling? What's up? Who got a question? Sue.
What?
You came off mute. Did you have a question?
Nope.
Good
I
morning.
have no idea.
All right. Well, I'm glad I'm making you laugh. Cool. All right. Who else? This is what I brought to the table today. Okay. Take back your existence or die like a punk. There's our if you want to be a part of the group, you got to search Elevate SLC. Do not add anyone to this group that is not a Renatus member. Okay. Also, if you're going to join this group, there are some rules. Now that we're on it, let's just talk about it. This group is only for Renatus IMAs, Renatus education holders. Feel free to add anyone who meets these criteria. Your participation in this group is voluntary. By participating, you acknowledge and accept the hold harmless agreement. So if you're part of this group, there's a hold harmless agreement that you are agreeing to by being in this group. That's good news. No soliciting, cross-marketing, or any other IMA agreement violations. Obvious, duh. And please don't post seeking funding, partners, or to do deals within this group. You're opening up yourself to too many liability and regulatory concerns if you do. In summary, follow the IMA agreement and seek to add value in everything you do. Are you here to add value or take value? Okay, so this is not for you to post stuff about real estate. This is our marketing room. Okay, now there was something else I wanted to show you in here. No, that's not it. Gosh, see more butts. Oh, there we go. Okay, welcome to the family. This is a space where we congratulate and support our teams and celebrate success. The leadership team are the moderators. Please see the rules posted. Teamwork makes the dream work. Here's a great place to start. Click on that link, and it's going to take you to some more documents. It's going to take you to some resources that we've created. There's so each one of these bullet points is a link. The Facebook group is a link. The indemnification hold harmless is a link. You guys should print that off and just know what it says in there. The IMA agreement, here's our core values. Did you guys know we have a core values document? Come in here. Here's our core values. Empowerment, clear communication, responsibility, servant leadership, celebrate the doers, be uncomfortable, we're a family, work hard, and play harder. So some of you are like, I don't know, it seems like you're just a sales thingy. Blech. Say, you know what? Let me tell you about our core values. Print this off and email it to them or bring it to your follow-ups. Here's our core values. Explanations of events, how to join the volunteer team. We do want your feedback. ElevateYourInvesting.com and the Google Drive. Quick note, do not edit the docs inside the drive. Download and edit your own copy that you've downloaded. Okay, so there's your access to the guides, stuff, it's all in there. I encourage you to make Facebook groups to communicate with your teams, to add documents, to add trainings, to link people. Huge process. Play full out. Be here to win. All right. Okay, there you go, Cody. Next, Daniel. People don't realize how huge this call is. That's right. Some do, some don't. Some will get it the recording. It's huge, guys. This is a major difference. Remember what I started out asking you guys? What's the difference between the guys that make $500,000 a year and the guys that make $10,000 a year? What's the difference? To me, the difference is this self-confidence formula. That's the difference. Okie dokie. Daryl, you're right. Cody can also take a screenshot of whatever he sees. Good. Dina, what's up? Hessen Bank, welcome. Good. Yeah, Dina, this is her first training. She jumped on with us. Met her last night at Seattle. Team is growing. Okay, there you go. Found the Facebook group. Welcome, welcome. All right, there's Tyler helping Charlene. Wonderful. Tracy, you know it. Play full out. The Facebook group is called Elevate SLC, capital E for in the Elevate, and then all caps on SLC. So if you want to find that, let's link up. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. Get your hands on this recording. Ron posts these to our YouTube page. So thanks, Ron, for volunteering to do that. He gets up early, stays on these, then stays late to upload. So when we're off and playing, we're done with our training, people like Ron stick around and work. So thank you to the volunteer team, especially Ron and the host of this. Guys, I appreciate you so much. I am fired up. Every time I read this, I get fired up. So I'm glad that you guys are here, plugging in, working hard. You got this. Thanks for playing full out again. Thanks, Ron, volunteer team. You're awesome. Talk to you soon.